You should know what is fascia transversalis. For this, understand this diagram. I have drawn fascia transversalis, which is this line. This line shows fascia transversalis. Abdominal walls, they are basically lined by a connective tissue layer in the form of diaphragmatic fascia. Diaphragmatic fascia that lines the undersurface of diaphragm, as you can see in the diagram. Fascia transversalis. This is a fascia that lines the transversus abdominis muscle. Fascia iliaca, that basically covers the iliacus muscle. This is iliacus muscle and this fascia is covering the iliacus muscle. Pelvic floor muscles, they are lined by the pelvic fascia. So pelvic fascia, which is attached to the sacrum, coccyx and undercovers the pelvic floor muscles. This is pelvic fascia. So you can see in the diagram that fascia transversalis is basically a fascia that lines the transversus abdominis muscle. So you can see in the diagram superiorly, fascia transversalis continues with the diaphragmatic fascia, and inferiorly it is attached to the iliac crust, to the lateral half of the inguinal ligament, and continues with the fascia iliaca. So this is transversus abdominis muscle, and the inner lining of the transversus abdominis muscle is covered by a fascia transversalis. So basically these fascias, they are present between the parietal peritoneum and the muscles, okay, abdominal muscles. So between the muscles and parietal peritoneum, fascia transversalis is present. Anterior to the fascia transversalis, anteriorly linea alba is present, and posterior to the fascia transversalis, thoracolumbar fascia is present. So if we discuss the boundaries of fascia transversalis, as you can see in the diagram, superiorly it continues with the diaphragmatic fascia, inferiorly it continues with the fascia iliaca, anteriorly linea alba is present, and posterior to this is thoracolumbar fascia is present. Medially, fascia transversalis, it is attached to the pubic tubercle, pubic crest, pectineal line, and it continues in the thigh in the form of anterior wall of the femoral sheath. So superiorly diaphragmatic fascia is present, inferiorly fascia iliaca is present, medially, inferiorly it is attached to the pubic crest, pectineal line, pubic tubercle. Anteriorly linea alba is present, posterior to the fascia transversalis, thoracolumbar fascia is present. Today we are going to discuss about inguinal ligament. Inguinal ligament is a ligament that is formed by the lower border of the external oblique aponeurosis. As you can see in this diagram, this green line shows the inguinal ligament. Inguinal ligament is attached on anterior spherical spine. Another attachment is on pubic tubercle. Pubic tubercle is a part of pubis bone. So one attachment is on anterior spherical spine, another attachment is on pubic tubercle. Inguinal ligament gives attachment to various structures. Inguinal ligament gives attachment to fascia lata. Inguinal ligament in its lateral two-third part, it gives attachment to internal oblique muscle. In its lateral one-third part, it gives attachment to transversus abdominis muscle. And in its middle part, it gives attachment to cremaster muscle. Inguinal ligament has three extensions, as you can see in this diagram. One is lacunar ligament. Another extension is pectineal ligament. Another extension is of reflected part of inguinal ligament. So these are the three extensions of the inguinal ligament. Now let us discuss about lacunar ligament, which is also called pectineal part of the inguinal ligament. This is lacunar ligament. As you can see in this diagram, lacunar ligament is a triangular in shape. It has an apex, it has a base. Anteriorly, it is attached to the medial end of the inguinal ligament. As you can see in this diagram, this is inguinal ligament. So anteriorly, it is attached to the medial end of the inguinal ligament. Posteriorly, this lacunar ligament is attached to the pecten pubis. Apex is attached to the pubic tubercle. As you can see in this diagram, this is the base of this triangle and this is apex of the triangle. So apex of the lacunar ligament is attached to the pubic tubercle, and laterally it forms the medial boundary of the femoral ring. Now let us discuss about the pectineal ligament. As you can see in this diagram, that pectineal ligament is a ligament that extends from the posterior part of the base of the lacunar ligament. This is lacunar ligament and this is pectineal ligament. So this ligament extends from the posterior part of the base of the lacunar ligament and is attached to the pecten pubis. Reflected part of the inguinal ligament. Reflected part of the inguinal ligament, as you can see in this diagram, its fiber run upward and medially behind the superficial inguinal ring in front of the conjoint tendon. As you can see in this diagram, this is reflected part of the inguinal ligament. Its fibers are running upward and medially behind the superficial inguinal ring. So this is about inguinal ligament and its extensions.